These tomatoes came straight from our backyard. And today, we're gonna see if we can turn these bad boys into some homemade tomato sauce. Only problem is, we ain't never done this before. So, by the end of this video, we're either gonna have something we can actually use in the kitchen, or we're about to waste a whole lot of tomatoes. Let's go find out. All right, now I'm no expert or anything. I have never made my own homemade tomato sauce from tomatoes in my own garden before. So this is very much a learn as we go situation. But I mean, that's kind of the whole point of this homestead right now. We're trying to learn how we take the food that we grow and turn it into something useful for the entire family. So these are the tomatoes that we'll be working with today. Now, it's not a lot, it's only a few. You know, it's not like we're pulling in 5 baskets of a whole bunch of tomatoes. But these did come from our very own backyard garden. So, first things first, you want to make sure you wash your tomatoes. I went ahead and I already washed these, but you want to give them a nice little rinse, wash off. And then after that, you're ready to start chopping up, making your tomato sauce. Let's get to it. All right, so the first thing we want to do before we put the tomatoes directly into the pot, we want to core them, right? So you got your tomato here with the stem part facing up. Grab a knife right next to the stem area, about like 1/2 inch deep, 45-degree angle with the sharp end pointing towards the center. Just cut in a little circle like so. And then you should, come on, you mother, be able to pop that core. Oh, this one's giving me, there we go. Just like that, just like that. So you want to core all your tomatoes. Once you got them all cored, we can go and chop them up. You can chop them up however you want, big pieces, small pieces, all that good stuff. You can also leave the seeds and the skin on, adds a little bit of extra flavor, a little bit more fiber, and then it's ready to go ahead and go right into the pot. We're not gonna use any aromatics. We're just gonna make straight up regular old tomato sauce, just like they do in Italy. Take a little bit of oil, preferably olive oil if you got it, but all I got is regular oil. So nice generous amount there. Then we come over here, grab our tomatoes here, dump them right up in there. Just like that. We got some salt here. Take a little bit of salt. Do about two little baby spoons. Got a potato masher here. I'm gonna show you why we're gonna use that here in a minute. And we got a spoon here so we can stir up and mix it. Now all we're gonna do is get that a nice stir there. Just like so. Stir that up nice and good. Put our lid on there and we're just gonna let that go for probably 30 to 45 minutes. And then the reason why I'm telling you about the potato smasher is while that's going, during the 30 to 45 minutes, we're gonna be stirring and mashing this up periodically. That way to get the chunks smaller, get it more into a sauce. Yes, I could have blended it up, all that stuff, but we're going traditional Italy style. This is how they do it in Italy. I Googled it, I looked it up, I told Google exactly what I had, what I didn't have, and they told me this is exactly how they do it in Italy, making pure tomato sauce. That's exactly what we're learning how to do here today. The goal of this, why we're doing this today, is we need to learn how to make sauces, how to make paste and all that, so we can eventually, when we get more bigger scale, we can eventually start canning our own foods, right? We need to, I can't can anything if I don't know how to make it into the form that it could be canned in, you know what I mean? So today, this is all about just learning how to take the food that we grew from our backyard and make it into something that everybody in the family can use. You know, that's the whole point, is taking what we grew and learning how to make new things, and then eventually when we have enough, we can start canning and storing it and all that good stuff. So we're gonna let this do its thing. I'm gonna come back periodically, stir it up, mash it up, and then at the end of 45 minutes, we're gonna check it out, see how it looks, see how it tastes. Stay tuned.
Later.
All right, it's probably been about 10 minutes so far. Let's go ahead and check on our tomato sauce or paste, whatever we're trying to make here. See how it's looking so far. So we brought the tomatoes to a boil, and then we went ahead and put the heat on the lowest setting, just to let it simmer very, very low. We took the lid off, and then now, throughout the rest of the time, and that's what I was telling you we had the potato masher for, is we're just gonna do a little something like this. Just mash it up. Stir it up just to make it into more of a sauce. As the tomatoes get softer and softer, they'll smash down a lot better. And I mean, you can already see just within 10 minutes. I mean, we're looking pretty saucy there. So she's looking good so far. I mean, in my eyes, it's looking good. So we're gonna let this keep going for the, another 30 minutes or so. And then we'll come back, we'll do a final review, a little taste test. Stay tuned.
20 minutes later.
I'm gonna be honest, right now, it's kind of looking more like a sauce than it is a paste, which is fine. I mean, if I keep cooking this down and we try making it thicker, then we can definitely get a paste out of this. All right, so it's been about another 10, 15 minutes or so. I think we're pretty much done. So let's go ahead, see what we ended up with. Started out with our very own tomatoes, and we ended with our very own homemade tomato sauce. I think that is all she wrote. That is saucy. Honestly, I don't know what tomato paste looks like, but the tomato sauce that I buy from the stores looks like that. So I think we did good. So now the test is, does it taste good? Let's find out that answer. All right, so here we go. Moment of truth right here. Take a look at that. Grab a little spoonful. Take a look. Oh, it smells like tomatoes. I think I added too much salt.
Man, that's gross.
I think I did too much salt. That's very salty and very tomatoey. I love the texture. I love the consistency. I love the tomato taste, but I put too much salt. Well, we in fact did successfully make tomato sauce. Whether we made an amazing tomato sauce, well, we're gonna say that for a different conversation. Now, was it worth it? If we're only talking about convenience, probably not. Obviously, for convenience, store-bought wins all day long. But if we're talking learning, flavor, self-sufficiency, using what we grow, and getting that one more step closer to being less dependent on the stores, hey, then it's definitely worth it. That's a win in my book. We're not experts. And we're not trying to pretend to be. We're just trying to learn one thing at a time out here. So, I hope you all learned something new today. And if not, I hope you at least got inspired. Inspired to take that next step. I learned something completely new here today. I'm excited. We definitely got to go back to the drawing board and tweak a little bit for our sauce. But at least we made a sauce. We learned how to make a sauce. We learned what it takes. We learned what to add, what not to add, and all that good stuff. So again, if you guys got any tips or tomato sauce, tomato paste recipes, let me know down in the comments. And let's talk about what you're making out there. What are you doing with the food that you grow? Thank y'all for watching. I'll see y'all in the next adventure. Peace.